Greetings and welcome, everybody. Garrett here again with another Battlegrounds clip for you. I was playing some games today and ended up in a Nosdormu game where big demons seemed inevitable. It was from turn one. We've all been there. Bob shows you a Wrathweaver and two demons on turn one. You just think to yourself, well, is there no Jiraxis? No? All right. I guess we're locking in demons, and this is going to be the plan for the entire game. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes the greedy demon play doesn't work, and you find yourself staring down the barrel of basically no health before turn 10, and you recede into that demon despair, where you look and you think, well, this comp can only do one thing, and I don't have the health to make it do that thing. How do I win it? And so we're going to see how long I can last on one health. So please enjoy, everybody. Let's get into the game. We are on Nosdormu. This is on my EU Smurf account, which I'm still trying to get caught up to my main account. And here is the beginning of this game. I'm a little down on big demons right now, but sometimes Bob gives you a Wrathweaver and two vulgar homunculus, and I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna? You're gonna look a gift horse in the mouth? I don't think so. You grab that Wrathweaver and you go for a greedy turn one play. At least I don't look a gift Bob in the mouth, and I grab that Wrathweaver and I go for a greedy turn one play. Now, I'm a little down on big demons. I've played quite a few big demons games this week, and I got so horrendously boned in all of them. It just didn't work. I think my best big demons finish up until this point over the past week or so has been 4th place. So there we have it. So I'm just gonna hope for demons. That's what I'm hoping for here. Since I did not level up on turn 2, I know that I will not be leveling up to tier 2 until turn 4, and hoping to just make the most of my gold along the way. Now, it pains me to do this on Nosdormu specifically, because Nosdormu's whole upside is consistency through efficient re-rolling of Bob's offerings, and I'm getting no value at all out of his hero power, thanks to all of these freezes here in the early game. But again, what do you do when you're offered a Wrathweaver and two demons to start the game off? The other thing too is I'm always a little scared to commit to big demons right out the gate if I'm looking at a double homunculus like we started this game with, because that's just a lot of health missing, and to make big demons work you need to use your health as a resource. But if you're opening up homunculus heavy, you don't have as much health to play with, and you're left really kind of hoping that you're not going to have other players that are going for demons against you. Now, I was all of those things considered, feeling bad about not getting value out of my hero power, not being the biggest fan of going double homunculus, even if I am offered an early Wrathweaver. All of those, I put them aside because there's no Jiraxis in this lobby. So I think, all right, higher than average chance that we're not going to have a lot of people fighting over demons. We go up against Maya here. She's got one vulgar homunculus. That's it. So I'm feeling okay, even though, again, feeling guilty about not getting hero power value and chipping away a lot of my own life through all of these homunculus plays. And so we hit turn 4. We're gonna level up. We're gonna roll, and I have to make a decision here. Like, that's a greedy play. I now don't have enough gold to follow this up with the demon. Had we even been lucky enough to roll into one, which we didn't, and so I skip scaling for a turn, and we're gonna be going up against Bran, who apparently has 2 mechs already. And clearly has already leveled up. We just leveled up, and all we did was buy a 1/1. So this turn 4 was not a particularly powerful one. But that's okay. I'm still feeling all right. We've got 5 minions on board. One of them is a 5/5. Homunculus are the beefiest tier 1 minions. I guess that's arguable. I mean, just some raw stats, 2/4, right? And so looking good. We're gonna pick up another W. Well, I guess we have a small chance of a loss here. But I'm like, we got this. Yeah, okay, tie. I'll take a tie. We're not going Hanger Dragon. Ties or wins as far as I'm concerned. I just don't want to lose any more life. And so I was thinking if I should level up, decided not to, rolled, stared down this board, thinking, it hurts, but I'm going to go past it because we're already in. We're committed to demons at this point. And unfortunately, we only picked up one demon for our trouble. So not going to be a massive scaling turn. I'm going to just get my biggest attackers out to the left and hope that, they can get in and attack and value trade. And so they keep themselves on the board, and I can hopefully get double value. Pretty confident that's going to happen with the 7/7, probably not with the 3/3, but we'll see what happens. Had some folks asking about positioning and why I position things the way I do. I mean, just in general, I tend to go largest attack to the left. Back when we had cannon, there were a lot of reasons you would break that, especially if you had a cannon in play, because you would want your minions to the right of the cannon to die on purpose so that you can get continuous cannon value. But cannon's gone. We don't need to worry about that. We don't need to play against it. So I'm kind of back to my basic rule of biggest attack goes to the left and hope for the best. And so turn 5, looking good. I'm not thrilled with my scaling so far, but we are extremely favored to win this matchup. So I'm feeling all right, feeling good. Trades aren't going the best, but we still pick up a W. It looks like we're going up against Eudora, so I figure, we've already skipped one turn. Then normally I'd like to be on tier 3 by turn 5. That's like everyone knows that. That's a standard kind of curve of taverning up in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. So it's 6. I didn't check what Eudora was going. I think to myself, she's low, she's probably doing just fine. We've won like our last 3 matchups. I'm just going to go for the safe pick here and go for the most stats that I can draft, because I'm afraid that if I roll, I might just get stuck with terrible options, and my only chance would be to sell the 1/1 and buy the best thing available to me. And so I made a call there because I felt like I was being pretty greedy so far. I decided to just go for the stats, even though that wolf does not fit into our comp. It's not what we're trying to do, and it doesn't help scale our Wrath Weavers. So we're going to go in to Eudora here and finally check at the end. Just see it's a mixed minion. Can't really read into that too much. And oh no, here it is. Here's possibly why we haven't had the best luck finding demons. Although at the same time, not a particularly demon-heavy board. Eudora has 2 demons on board, but did manage to find that Golden Wrathweaver, and so I'm going to take a decent chunk of damage here. Didn't feel good about this one. So I was like, oh, I scaled okay. We weren't too greedy. We grabbed the wolf, and then, oh no, we're punished. All right. Well, now we just need to hope that we can find some demons. And we do. We also find a triple for our trouble.
The odds are in my favor.
So we're just going to go ahead and triple up since we did lose that last round. Feeling pretty good about myself. And this is what I love to see right here. I love tripling in to a gold grubber. Even though only 1 golden, it'll only be a 4/4 in the next round, and we do not have enough gold to buy that Imp Prisoner to continue scaling our Wrathweaver. But I'm feeling pretty good. 14-14, turn 7. Okay. Everything else on my board is not the best, but I think my 14-14 should hopefully be enough to carry me through. I'm nervous. I'm a little salty at this point about the Maiev, or not the Maiev, the Eudora that we ran up against that also is going a Wrathweaver comp. But I haven't reached peak salty yet, or peak rage, because I do hit some rage this game. And right here is where I start feeling not so great. I look up and I see that 99% chance to lose. I'm on 19 health. I'm going a big demons build. It's only turn 7. This is not how you win with big demons. And so I'm just sitting here praying that we can take some damage off the board. And I just want to not break the Rat Pack. Okay, we don't break the Rat Pack, and we do get rid of the Rover for our trouble. We're going to take another 9 damage. We're going to go down to 10 health, rolling into turn 8 on big demons. Again, not the best way to do this. And as you can see, I'm playing pretty quick. I should have deployed the second Imprisoner that was in my hand there before I bought the triple. But now the rage is setting in. I go, oh my god, it's turn 8, I'm on 9 health. And I'm going big demons. I'm so locked in at this point, I'm screwed. I'm absolutely boned. And so I started playing hastily, which is why you shouldn't do this. Don't do what I'm doing. Play slowly, think through your plays all the time, no matter how unlucky you feel you are getting, or how entitled you may be, or thinking that you should win. That going down to 8 against that Edwin, after having been out Wrathweavered by the Eudora the turn before, just sent me spiraling. I was just looking at this like, well, this is just a non-starter. And I'm going to be honest with you. Fine viewers. I considered conceding. After that Edwin cracked me and I went down to 8 because I'm just thinking, I'm in too deep. Like, where do I go from here? How do I skirt out of this? Now, dragons are here, and I have been known to pull out a dragon, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Transition out of basically nowhere before, but we don't have a single dragon on board. I would have to have at least 1 or 2 semi-valuable dragons and looking at curving out into tripling into a Malagos or a Kaligos, but we're so far away. I am so far away from 6 stars or from 5 stars at this point. There's no chance of that. And so I just think, oh, this is no good. But then we roll into this turn against Yogg Saron, first place player. 68% chance to win, according to the HS replay. I'm just like, oh, thank God. I think I may have stabilized. I think we can aim for 4th. That's what I start thinking about. And then, oh no! This hyena lives with 1 health. 1 health. And we're gonna go down to 2. Go down to 2 health. I can, at this point, buy 1 more demon, and it cannot be a Vulgar Homunculus. I get to scale 1 more time, unless I find a Mal'Ganis, which at the moment, I have no chance of finding. I am at Tavern Tier 3, need to be on 4, and triple in to finding a Mal'Ganis. That's the dire straits I have found myself in. And so, I'm going to buff up. This is it. This is my last scale for my Wrathweaver. I figure, F it, 1 health is just as bad as 2 as far as Battlegrounds is concerned. If I lose to anyone at this point, I am dead. And so, wouldn't you know it? Oh, sweet, a triple, but it's a homunculus. No, this is the worst. I can't get that homunculus. It will just kill me. I need a Mal'Ganis. I can't buy anything at this point until I find a Mal'Ganis, and I am at least at best case scenario 1 Tavern Tier away from being able to discover into a Mal'Ganis. And so at this point, once again, the rage sets in, the doubt sets in. I think to myself, should probably just concede, move on to the next one. But I decided to stick it out. The Gulk Rubber, is starting to gain some noteworthy stats. 12-12 isn't the most exciting thing on turn 9, but let's see if we can carry it through. It looks like I have a pretty good chance of surviving this encounter with Maiev. Maiev here doesn't have a great board. This is actually a really good example of why I don't like Glyph Guardian. Because they do attack for a lot, but they just don't have the health to really gain some value. And they peter out so very, very quickly. Especially without a Kaligos. It's pretty rad to have one later on with a Kaligos. It can totally work out, but just a really good example of why Glyph Guardians don't bring home the bacon there. And so I start looking at this. I'm like, all right, we're against Bran. Bran hasn't been doing great. My out is finding a Mal'Ganis. I have to find a Mal'Ganis, and so even though I am afraid to level. I'm kind of in a rock and a hard place. I have to. It doesn't matter because I can't just keep buying demons on my 1 health. I'm going to die at this point. And here it is, Gold Grubber, and I can do it because I've got a gambler in my hands, and I just need this Gold Grubber to hit a Mal'Ganis. That's what I need. So we're gonna discover, and there it is. Oh, this game happened middle of my workday. I was sitting in my office alone with my Chihuahua Bailey. I audibly cheered, and cussing was involved, by the way. There was a very loud F yeah at the top of my lungs. I apologize to my neighbors. I was so ecstatic when this happened. Up until this point, there was 2 or 3 points where I was like, I'm just going to move on to the next game. This is going so poorly. Like, how am I going to get out of this? And this is like my only out, was taverning up, somehow finding a triple, even though I was sitting on no duplicates except for no, I got rid of the Honkulus. I had no doubles, and luckily in the same turn found 2 Gold Grubbers. And so now the Gold Grubber is golden and growing off of 3 golden minions. We found the Mal'Ganis. We can start scaling again. Now, the build that I locked myself into on turn 1 of the game can finally start going off. But I'm still terrified that I'm going to go up against Eudora again. And maybe Eudora has scaled even better than I have. I was biting my nails here. I had a 99% chance to win, but at the end there, it was looking like that could have gone rather poorly. And I was really hoping to take out Bran, but unfortunately didn't do it. And so I start sweating again, going up against Edwin. Edwin's in second place, has a beast comp. I've got some good stats, and our Gold Grubber is only going to get bigger here. But I don't know. Most other people are on Tavern Tier 5 at this point, if not even 6. Edwin could be rocking some Poisonous. Could have a Myaxna. Got some beasts. Who knows what those beasts are? So I'm just trying to I'm just trying to let my build do what it's supposed to do and scale. Can't really decide which demons I want to keep here. I was debating going for the double up on the Fiendish Servant, because it'd be nice to get another triple into the mix and really just start power leveling this Gold Grubber. But for whatever reason, I think I just was like, I just want the biggest stats I can get every turn, which in this case means keeping the Vulgar Homunculus, and I'm just going to hope for the best. And now I just because I had just enough gold to buy 1 more minion, decided, screw it, let's get the Soul Juggler. At this point in the game, I have no desire to switch to an actual juggler comp or to try and like triple into a golden juggler and keep it. This was just happened to be turn 11. I happened to have just enough gold and just enough minions to cycle through that I ended with exactly 3 gold. And I figured, why not buy the juggler, throw it in for this turn. My thinking at this point is juggler's going away next turn. I'm always thinking of what am I selling next turn. And I've got some wiggle room here. You know, everything except for all of my taunts, except for the Golden Imprisoner, are expendable. I can get rid of all of them. But right now, Juggler, honestly, is probably the first up, because at this point in the game, it's not going to do much. It would help me the most with a Divine Shield comp, which no one is really going. There's always the chance of it happening later through Dragons, through Nadina. But I'm trying to just not die once again, which I love those games. I like talking about those games. When I'm in it, it really stresses me out. But I love sharing those games here because it's fight or flight mode, and I'm gonna get out of here. Apparently I was quite favored to win, but it certainly looked close. But end with 19 health still on the Gold Grubber. Edwin needed a significant more amount of damage to be able to break through there. And so now is the first time this entire game since probably turn 6 where I have got to breathe a sigh of relief. I just beat Edwin. Edwin's in second place. Edwin's been doing great this game. I think it's safe to say I've stabilized. Got a 42-42 Wrathweaver, and this Gold Grubber is just gonna keep getting bigger. As a matter of fact, I don't think it matters how much I scale this turn.
My favor.
I think from this point on, the Gold Grubber will always be bigger than the Wrathweaver, unless some real shenanigans pop off. Decide to just play the one demon, get a little bit more stats on my Wrathweaver. We're going against Maev's Ghost, so also figured it was as good a chance as ever that I'm going to get to go up to tier 5, give myself a chance of tripling in to the Mal'Ganis, or picking up, not the Siegebreaker, the Battle Master, which would be phenomenal, seeing as I'm at 1 health. Battle Master would be such a good pickup at this point.
You're doing great out there.
But we'll fast forward through this. This is interesting because I actually had the best chance of losing of the last 3 turns. And here was that Divine Shield that I was talking about. I was a little worried about. And that first Wrathweaver attack going into the Nadina did not calm my nerves. But again, Gold Grubber ends with 22 health. Wouldn't have needed to go pretty poor there to lose, but there was still a chance. And oh no, I think to myself, Eudora, my nemesis, the player responsible for just sending me straight to Tiltsville. I was quite tilted through the midsection of this game, everybody. You can't tell from me reliving it through this commentary. And these rolls were not helping. I was hoping to cycle a lot more demons going into Eudora. She's going to give me the thumbs up. I'm just going to cycle some demons here. And get the Void Lord down. That brings our Wrathweaver up to a whopping 54. Find 2 more demons for my trouble on the other side of this, providing I can survive this encounter with Eudora. Which I was very, very much sweating. But how far can I push this? I'm already, as far as I'm concerned, I was already considering putting this up on the YouTube. I couldn't believe that I made top 4 with this. Because the mid-game just went so poorly, and it felt like I was going to have too much competition with Eudora for a big demon build. But it looks like, from the fact that she's got 2 beasts in her warband, that Eudora may have transitioned into a different strategy. And so let's see what that strategy is. And oh my god, that's a golden Baron Rivendare. However, 70% chance to win. So even though Eudora here has gotten very, very lucky with finding a golden Rivendare, I wonder if that came from Eudora's hero power, because if so, woo, that's lucky. I haven't gotten a Eudora golden that lucky in quite a while. But this isn't looking like it's going particularly well for me. There's a lot of Baron value happening here. That's also going to kill the Divine Shield Death Rattle and just protect the whole board, which is concerning me. It's starting to feel like this might be the 24% that loses me the game, and I'm just at this point yelling at my minions, kill the Rivendare for the love of God. Thank you. And then I start thinking to myself, wait, there's no poisonous death rattle, right? Cool, we're good. And so I return Eudora's thumbs up that she gave at the beginning of the round, and it doesn't look like Eudora appreciates that, but she's gonna survive to fight another day because, well, it's demons. Wrathweaver's only worth 1 star, and I'm only at tier 5 at this point. So this means we need to go through Edwin. If we can beat Edwin, that means I get another turn off. I'm guaranteed to go against a ghost for the next turn, which would be wonderful, which means I can freely go up to Tavern Tier 6 and try and find some better minions. Had no luck at this point picking up the Battle Master, which I was really hoping for. I'd love to get a really just high health demon in play. But just gonna cycle at this point. Didn't really know what demon I wanted to soak my stats into. It'd be nice, I thought in my head, if the Void Daddy would live a little bit longer, so I got even more Void Walker value out of it, just a little bit more stall.
To get some minions in play.
At least that time I remembered to play the second homunculus before I bought the third and tripled up. And none of these are really going to help me. I was hoping for an Imp Mama, didn't hit it. I think to myself, you know, let's just go for the cleave, because Divine Shields are one of the more problematic things I could run into at this point. Last second, I remember that Edwin was running mechs, and so I just assumed he would have some Divine Shields in play. He did, although with that rover, depending on how these attacks go, it may not matter. And I don't remember how this happens. It doesn't really matter. 99.9% chance to win with a 19% chance of lethal. I'm actually kind of hoping I don't kill him here, because I know Eudora is going to be alive on the other side of this. And so I'm kind of crossing my fingers that we do just enough damage to keep Edwin alive for one more turn so that I can freely go up to tier 6. And maybe find myself an Imp Mama or some just late game chonk to guarantee a victory against Eudora when I inevitably go back up against her, because I am fairly certain that Eudora's composition can take out that Edwin, and as I mentioned, yeah, there it is. She definitely survived against the Ghost. And that's a big fat board of demons. Yes, it is. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I can cycle. I can buy at least one. Oh, no. No, I can't. Math is hard, everybody. This is the official Math is Hard section of this replay. And so we're going to go see who won, Edwin or Eudora. My money is on Eudora, considering Edwin's board. We'll see you after the speed up. In time to most likely go against Eudora. Yep. All right. Maybe the final battle. Eudora's going to hit us with a thumbs up. That makes me think Eudora's feeling cocky, although Eudora did that the last time we fought her as well. So I don't know, but I am starting to think to myself, you know, a zap would be perfect here, because last time we went against a board, even with the golden Baron Riven there, it was still the lowest attack health minion on the board. There wasn't even another 2-attack health or a 2-attack minion tied with Baron Riven there, so it wouldn't even be a coin flip. But we have this fat board of demons. And while I would love to get the zap, oh, which feels bad to see that zap after that roll, it really does, because that would be the perfect foil to what Eudora has going on. So it just felt too risky to roll and hope for a zap, even though it would be wonderful. And of course, also, look at that. The frickin' Battle Master that we were looking for. Been looking for that all game. Didn't find it. So I'm back into Hope Town. Now, our Wrathweaver is massive. Our Gold Grubber, ridiculously chonky. I'm hoping this is enough. At this point, I'm not settling for fourth. I want it all. I want Eudora's head on a platter. This player put me on a train straight to Tiltsville, and I just want to take this. I can taste the victory, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. It's all going to depend on what Eudora has been able to find in between, and I'm just praying that it's enough. And it looks like we've got a pretty good chance. We have a very good chance of taking the win here. But that is a lot of Divine Shield value. But I think I'd rather have the Divine Shield than multiple Goldrin buffs, because that could have put the Mama Bear and the Gas Coiler in the ballpark of actually killing some of my minions. And at this point, I started dancing. I was up out of my chair, no longer paying attention to this. I had zero chill whatsoever. As soon as I saw that Baron die, I knew I had it. I had so much health still on the board. This was probably the biggest big demon comp I've ever managed to pull off, and there you have it. Don't get tilted, everybody. Stay in the game. Keep your head on straight, because I didn't. This is me not keeping my head on straight. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe for more Hearthstone content, and go subscribe to the Angry Chicken Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, job's done.